The vessel is a statue and water fountain by Ian Sandler that was commissioned by the City of Toronto and installed in Tattle Creek Park in 2011. It is 5.7 meters high and is made up of 4 kilometers of stainless steel rods shaped into a water-carrying vessel or jug. The 4 kilometers of rod is representative of the approximate length of Tattle Creek, which used to run from Tattle Creek Park through the rest of downtown and into Lake Ontario. Philosopher's Path, a scenic walking trail to the east of the Royal Ontario Museum, follows the ravine that was created by a part of the creek. Water gently pours over the top edge of the jug sculpture, symbolizing the ecological sustenance that the creek once offered. The water falls to the ground where it is stored underground to help irrigate the park. In the Victorian era, the creek was praised for its beauty, and University College of the University of Toronto was even situated where it was, in part for the scenic views of the creek. However, the creek was promptly polluted and was eventually buried and converted into a sewer system. Ojibwe lawyer John Burroughs, who studied at the University of Toronto on the land where Tattle Creek used to run, spoke about the buried creek, stating, "These streams were the springtime gathering places for the Ojibwe, but now the spirits of land and water are buried and submerged. The stream is concealed, the fish are gone, people no longer gather to this site to witness a spectacular reproduction of life once present." The vessel helps us to understand how humans have manipulated and changed nature for our own purposes. The pollution of Tattle Creek and its conversion into a sewer is a perfect representation of how humans sometimes see nature as something to control and exploit. The example of Tattle Creek dates back to the late 1800s, but the tendency of humans to manipulate nature for our own purposes has continued long since. Although Philosopher's Walk is now promoted as a scenic pathway for University of Toronto students and other pedestrians, we cannot forget about how we as humans have used and abused nature until it can no longer sustain itself. Where else in Toronto do you think this is played out? You will be able to bike through Philosopher's Walk as you make your way to the next art stop at Sherbourne Commons. Feel free to stop and take a look around at the nature and surroundings here. This bike ride will take approximately 20 minutes.